Good morning again, everybody. Welcome back to LilyLuLou. If you're new here, welcome. My name's Karen, the Junk Journal Geek. And if you're a returning visitor, thank you very much for coming back and joining me today. I think it's a bit gloomy in here, so I'm just going to pop the light on. I hope that's a little bit better and there's not too many shadows. So as you can see, I'm back today to do another Dephemerember 2022 prompt. I'm still working my way through them, and we are up to number 11, and the prompts are handmade stamp and jumbo tag. Now, when Barbara and Louisa came up with these prompts, this is hosted by Barbara at 49 Dragonflies and Louisa Heinsel. If you haven't seen this before, I will link them in the description. I'm sure that they were probably thinking of a handmade stamp that you stamp things with. But I've had, it's very early in the morning here, which is why I'm being a little bit quiet. I've had a hunt round and I haven't really got anything I can make a stamp out of. So I thought I would hand make a postage stamp instead. And we will pop it on a jumbo tag that I'm going to make from this piece of Amazon packaging. Now, I'm not sure what constitutes a jumbo tag. What size makes it jumbo? And obviously, if I hadn't already used the elephants, I would have used an elephant in my on my stamp, and that would have made it jumbo. But I have. So I can't use the elephant. So this is the journal that I'm using to pop my bits and pieces in for this. See, that's a pretty jumbo tag, isn't it? Yeah, for this project. And these are the size of my biggest pages. I thought I really can't make a tag any bigger than that. So that's going to have to be what we mean by jumbo. I did originally think of using a junk mail envelope as my tag, but I was thinking of flipping it and having it still as a pocket. But then it's not really a tag, is it? So I'm going to save that for something else. So let's get going and see what we can come up with. So I've got my numbers here. We're on number 11, so I thought I would use that as the number on the postage stamp. And then I've got to choose an animal to use. So what's the width like for this? Yeah, we're going to have to cut the width down a bit. I don't really have anything that's particularly speaking to me. That my funny mind ties in with jumbo tag or handmade stamp. So I think I'm going to do the snail because you use a postage stamp on snail mail. See, that is how my funny mind works. I've got these papers here that you've seen before that were a freebie from a magazine. Can't remember which one, can't remember how long ago, I'm sorry. Excuse me, I am still coughing. Please forgive me. Slurp of tea. So let's get a rough size for this. The height's okay, although do I really want this frame around here? Probably not, so I think I'm going to cut out this middle section. It's the same on the other side, so let's see if we can open this up and get ourselves a base to work with. No, we can't open it up, so let's just cut it out. I'm just going to roughly cut that and then I'll neaten it up. So how are you all? I hope you are all doing well and managing to do your own crafty bits and pieces. Is anyone else still working on Dephemerember? Or am I alone? Right, now if I cut the top and bottom off that, that will be fine, but the width will still need to come in a bit more. So I should really do this on my guillotine, but I haven't got it out. It's very early, it makes a lot of noise. People are in bed right above me. So this is not going to be particularly straight, but I can straighten it up afterwards if need be. I'd probably be better using when I can't use the guillotine, using a knife and a ruler. So where do we want that to come? Oh, we're not going to have to take that much off, are we? We don't want it too close to the edge, so probably about there. So, don't need that now. That's rubbish. Can I make myself a little guideline there? I just thought, I don't know if I've got my ink out here. Oh, that's definitely going to need straightening up. So let's do a... Okay, we'll cover this side up. Let's do a zhuzh for the tag shape. And then I'll snippety snip snip. And then what I'll do is I'll probably make this, and then, oh, I had that round the wrong way, didn't I? Got two, looks like I've got two different size triangles now. Oh no, maybe not. It doesn't look right though. What have I done? I know I've definitely done something wrong there. So that piece came off there. I must have been holding it wonky. So can I... Oh, how am I going to straighten that up? I think it's because the edges are not straight. I'll have to straighten the edges up and then fiddle with that again. Yeah, that edge is very wonky. All right, let's do the decoration, and then I won't go too near the edges, and I'll tidy that up afterwards. So, excuse me. I want to put some sort of background on there first. I'm using a snail, postage stamp, jumbo tag. Might use this. Nice bit of script. Can't go wrong with a bit of script. So if I stick that on there, I think once I've neatened the edges up on this, I probably will stitch around it. So I can just... Oh, I've just gone to grab something to use as a glue page, and I've grabbed my son-in-law's birthday card that we've just bought. That wouldn't be good, would it? Right, let's just... Oh, I can hear people moving upstairs. Must be time to get up nearly. As I say, I'm not too worried about this because I will be stitching around it at some point. So let's want to do is line the bottom up, because I know the bottom edge, oh no, in fact I did cut the bottom edge as well, didn't I? So that's not particularly straight either. So I'm going to put my script, I'm going to lift this up, and I'm going to line my actual paper up with the bottom of my cutting mat, so that I know that my paper is straight even if my tag isn't. And then we'll, I say, we'll sort it all out once we have finished. We'll tidy all the edges up. Now, one thing I didn't check is whether my tag is wide enough to take my animal that I'm using as my stamp base thingy. Right, so there's my jumbo tag. Yes, he is. So my snail, I'm going to cut out with my funny scissors to give it more of a postage stamp edge. I know it's not a proper postage stamp edge, but it's close enough for artistic purposes. You can see what I'm doing. I keep holding this up right under the camera. This is going to be a very simple one today, because I'm still, you can hear I'm still coughing, and I'm still trying to get back into the feel for crafting, if you know what I mean. When you've had a long break, I find anyway that it's very difficult to get back into things. So this, I'm going to use my number 11. I don't know if I want it in the frame or not, so I'm just cutting it out around the edge of the frame to start with. And then if I decide I don't want the frame, I'll just trim it again. And I need to see if I can find my ink, because I feel like I need to ink these things. And I feel like I need another slurp of tea. So, there's my snail. So that's my sort of postage stamp idea. I know it's not very colourful, but that's what we're working with. I think I do need the frame around the number to make it stand out against the background. So this just needs a little bit of tidying up here. Right, let me see if my ink is to hand. Right, just bear with me a moment. Would you believe I can't find my ink? So I went down to the garage and got out my old little tiny vintage photo. I don't know if that's going to work, but anyway, and I straightened up the edges of all this, so now I've just got to sort out these angled bits. So I thought I might be able to use my mat to do that with these angles. Not sure if that will work. If I should just It should work, shouldn't it? So I need my ruler and my pencil. So let's put that where it's close. Whoever knew that making a tag could be so complicated? If there's ever a way of doing something wrong, you can bet that Karen will find it. My pencil's not working. So because I'm in the kitchen now, every time, you know, we have people come or anything, I need to pop everything away. And right, I need to think about this. So I'm on the same line there. I think I need to start it from the same point here, don't I? So, sorry, I'm just concentrating on what I'm doing. So we'll need to start there. So, yeah, every time, you know, we have guests, I need to clear everything away because this is the dining table. And because nothing has a proper home, I can't find anything when I come back to it. And normally things that I use all the time, you know, like my pencil case, my inks, I keep on a little tray next to me and they stay on there and the tray just gets moved. But for some reason that's not happened this time, so I've no idea where my ink is. Right, that's still not going to be perfect, but it's better than it was, and it's going to have to do. We're working with junk journals here, not precision architecture. So let's see. I don't think there's anything on this at all, barely. And I've managed to find a little postmark stamp to put over the top of this when it's put together, and I don't think I'm going to be able to make that work either, but we'll have a go and we'll see what happens. So it's a very simple video, but I'm managing to make it much more complicated than it needs to be. Anyway, we've got our jumbo tag. So we want to pop on our handmade postage stamp. At least there is a little bit of something coming off this. I have no idea where my ink pad's gone. That's very strange. And my dauber. This is a spare one that was used for red, as you can see. So if we pop him on there, so that's sort of like our letter with our stamp on. This chap's got to go on here, our number 11. I'm just wondering if it needs something else or if I should just keep it simple. I feel like maybe the universe is telling me to keep it simple today. You should see my table. I've got the dining table. It's big enough to seat 8 people and it's covered with stuff and I still can't find what I want. I've just literally got everything out. It's all over the table while I'm looking for my ink. So I was sticking on here, wasn't I? So let's have a little bit of sticky on here. I think that's straightish. Oops. we can get this straight on here. Straight-ish. Right, now that's that. Now the only postagey type stamps I have are these. This, I hope this is not glaring too much. I'll do it that way. These were again a freebie from a magazine here in the UK. Can't remember off the top of my head where or when, but and I've got a feeling these do not work particularly well when I've tried before, but I mean, when things are stamped, they're often not done particularly well, aren't they? You know, when you get a postage mark, they're often a bit faint and what have you, so we won't worry about that. And the fact that there's barely any ink coming off onto this, I don't think it's going to show at all. I know I should be doing this on a block and everything, but oh, it's not too bad. I know it should be in black, but that'll do. It gives the general idea, doesn't it? Come on, go back where you live. Oh, I've got you the wrong way round, haven't I? That's why. Right. So, is that enough? Do we need anything else? Oh, I know what I did do. I got the twine out, didn't I? It sort of matches the book. I don't know where my... What do I want? Hole punch, that's the word. So I'm just wondering if I have any little tabby shape type things to hand. I don't think there's any in there. I'm just rummaging to see what's literally right next to me. What have I got here? Bit of silver ribbon. Might work, which means I need a stapler. Got my stapler, so let's see if we can do this without any mishaps. Moved at the back. Oh, if I put a bit of glue on, that should hold it where it needs to be while I staple it, shouldn't it? Sometimes I do have good ideas. I like that little shaped bit at the front. I know it's raggedy, but I don't mind that either. Is that sort of in the middle? Sort of in the middle. Let's pop that there, And then let's just see if we can get a staple through. I'm not sure if that's caught on both sides or not. I feel like I'm moving this. So there we go. There's our jumbo tag with our handmade stamp. I'm sure that's not what Louisa and Barbara had in mind, but there you go. That's the way my mind works. So thank you for joining me today. Hope it wasn't too painful to watch again. I'll be back again in another couple of days, hopefully, with something else. But in the meantime, take care, stay safe, and enjoy your own crafty time. Bye-bye.